Is my why. So every morning when you wake up, I'm gonna challenge you right here, right now. I'm gonna challenge you to think something that makes you smile. Just smile. Early in the morning. Be thankful. Say it out loud. Say 3 things that you're grateful for in your life. Smile. And then you're gonna set up the rest of your morning, the rest of your afternoon, and your day for success. If you really want it, then step up and go get it.
Audio Jungle.
What's good, guys?
What's up? Nice intro. I like that.
You guys like that? I'm trying to step it up a little.
You did that for sure. I like it.
Cool. Let me try to unlock everybody here. You know, everyone here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get situated here. See if you guys can fix your audio. All right, everyone here. Just want to make sure you can talk. Beto, Carlos, Devontae, Dejan,
Yeah, we're here, bro.
Hoda, Leslie, Matt.
Yeah, it's good.
Zayas, Ashton, Kevin.
Yep.
Louis, Luco, Peabody.
I'm here.
Yep, I'm here.
All right, guys, what I'm going to actually start doing for the Lion Grinds, if you don't show up on time, I'm just going to lock the meeting. You're just going to have to watch the recording.
Hello.
You guys got that?
Yo, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
Understand.
So I just want to make sure you guys are showing up on time. It's not only like for the Lion Grind, but it's also like the market. It's training for the market. The market won't wait for you. So if you guys don't show up right on time, I'm just going to lock the meeting and then just wait for the recording. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. How's everyone?
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good,
not too
thanks.
bad. Had a shit day yesterday, like that.
Uh-oh.
That's too bad.
Yeah, some cunt fucking took my window off.
Oh, man, that's too bad.
Yeah, they just fucking, they didn't say nothing as well. They just hit it and then just drove off.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
that sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Nah, it's cool, man.
Good thing for you, you know how to trade Forex. So
Yeah, I know, trust me.
I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I think some of you guys text me of stuff that you wanted me to go over this week. I'm just gonna ask you guys if you guys got any questions of what you want to talk about. A trade that happened this week you weren't too sure of or anything.
The only thing I was, oh no, go on. You go first, bro.
Anyone?
I got a question.
GJ.
Yeah, go ahead.
GJ.
What do you feel about Euro USD for this week? Do you think it's just going to be a buy all week?
We'll go over it together.
True. All right.
Yeah, we'll go over together. Just remind me to go over Euro USD, and then we'll analyze on the spot. So what I do before the line grinds, I show you that I don't even analyze anything until I go with you guys. You know, I don't prepare for these line grinds. We go a cappella, so you guys get my whole thought process of how everything is going.
Sounds good.
Can I just maybe put something, I don't know, maybe for the new guys or certainly me, obviously when you post your results, obviously with good fucking results, are you able to possibly talk through maybe what you saw, why you entered, just stuff like that, just so I guess from my behalf, I'm able to almost mirror what you can do, if that makes sense.
Okay, I got you. I did quite a bit of trades this week, so once we go through this, see if I recognize some of the trades that I went through, because honestly I can't remember. But,
Hey, Leonard, can you hear me?
yeah. Who's that? Devontae?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got you. All right,
Can you
so
go over GJ too?
yeah, we always go over GJ, UJ, and AU. Those are the pairs. If you guys have any other pairs you want to go over, extra, we'll go ahead and go over them. All right,
Yeah.
so we'll get this started. Let's go. We'll start with AU. We'll start
Can
with
we do GU at some point?
Say again?
Can we do GU at some point?
Yeah, no problem. We'll do those. EU and GU. That's no problem. So we're gonna go through this really quick. A lot of you guys have been here before. So we're gonna go ahead. You guys all know how to draw on the board? You guys all know how to draw on the board?
Yes.
All right.
I do.
All right, cool. So actually, so here's one of the questions I saw in the chat, right? I believe, I don't know who it was, but they were drawing the levels, right? I believe they're drawing on the 4 hour, right? Always, my advice is always try to zoom out and see what you see the bigger picture first, because if you zoom in, you might not see everything. If you zoom out, you'll see the bigger picture of where the levels are. There's intraday on the 4 hour. If you're trying to draw 4 hour, if you're trying to draw levels on a 4 hour, you're not gonna find it because there's a bunch of little candles in here. So don't zoom in and do don't zoom in like right here, right? Don't zoom in and start doing levels off of 4 hour, because if you switch it to a 15-minute, there's actually a lot more candlesticks there, and it'll just confuse you. You guys understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Leonard, can I quickly ask you something?
Say again?
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was doing one of the training or the homework the other day. Obviously, I was doing my levels, and I think sometimes on the 1 hour it looks like it only goes up 2 levels, but I think on the 15-minute it shows 3. So you know how I think it has 2 quick candles that has obviously jumped quite quick.
Yeah.
I think I sent you a message. I'm not too sure you read it or not, but I was just quite curious of hypothetically on the lower time frames it would have shown the 15.
Yeah.
15, the 3 levels rather than just maybe the 2.
Yeah, so the 15 minutes is going to show your intraday levels. So it's more you're just zooming in and you see a lot more. But the 1 hour will truly show you where you're at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Thank you.
All right, let's get started here. Harold, go ahead and draw the first. Go ahead and draw a peak. So, if you guys don't know how to draw, I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. If you guys can't draw it out, so we make this quicker, I'll pick on someone else. Just make sure you can draw. All right, Harold, if you can't get it, go ahead and Ashton, go ahead and draw out a peak, any peak you want.
Someone's drawing arrows, but
Oh, okay. Harold, it's so small. All right.
I don't know. I don't know how I can here. Don't allow me to make more bigger.
Wait, is he on the laptop?
No, I'm on the computer.
Yeah, just draw if you can.
Okay,
Draw a line if you can.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
That's fine. All right. So that's you guys already draw the levels. That's fine. If you guys want to do it that way, go ahead. Go ahead and draw the levels. If you guys, I guess first one wins. Cool. Yeah, if only these drawings let you know who drew it, just like Harold put his name.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so some of the levels that the first indication that's gonna let you know what a level is, right? That you guys use your indicators is the blue sun. All right, these will let you know where like where the true peaks are, right? Here's a peak also down here, right? That's your peak. So you guys pretty much got it. This one right here, you can use that as a peak too, as it breaks this. If you guys erase that, you see that he drew one right here, right?
Yeah, that was me. I drew those.
Yeah, you can draw that as a peak because you see a bullish right here.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Right? So
That's what I drew.
if you see a bullish, right, that can be a peak, and it's supposed to go this way, right? But obviously it didn't respect it and it kept on dropping. That's the purpose of a peak, right? Make sure you see if it respects it. If it doesn't, it'll drop. All right, so good. You guys drew out all the peaks, right? So this is AU on a bigger time frame. Let's go see what the 4 hour. We'll go ahead and let's draw our levels on
Is
here.
that if you erase that big ass circle in the middle?
What's that?
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's gone. No, don't worry.
All right, the most important part on here is to understand where we're at. You're gonna see the same thing every time. Notice that we still have that huge bullish pattern right here, right?
Yeah, there's tons of patterns in there. Wow.
We have a huge bullish pattern, and this peak right here, and there's a peak right here, right? What pattern is this?
Bullish.
A butterfly?
Yes.
Bullish butterfly?
Yeah, it's a bullish butterfly, right? It's not respecting this, right? By the way, I'm gonna release the harmonic video this week. I've been working on stuff, so I'm almost complete with that.
Awesome.
So you see right here already respecting and started on its way up, right? This one doesn't draw its trend line, but if you guys don't know how to draw trend lines, it's good to practice too on your own. Even though the indicator, even though the platform doesn't do it for you, I mean the platform does do it for you. You should try to learn how to do. You should still learn how to do trend line. So here's a trend line, right? Usually 2 peaks make a trend line, right? So usually if you had like this peak or this peak, you could have drew it from here to here. But this whole trend right here, right? It's powerful. You see that?
Yeah.
So we have a trend from there to here too, right? So I believe there's a training on there for market structure. You guys ever do that video?
What's
Yes,
that?
I've seen it.
Okay, there's a video on there. There's a video on there that teaches you how to do market structure. I suggest you watch it.
Which one? What platform?
It's on the LOF platform. I can't remember which one, but it's someone else that's doing the training. I forgot his name. So right here, if you guys, for those who have done that training, what happens if this were to go over here?
It breaks the trend, so it's going to go up.
Yeah, so
Most likely.
yeah, the proper term, what they say on that trading is it breaks market structure, right?
Yeah.
It breaks market structure. So if this breaks market structure, we're on our way for this bullish pattern to start going up. Until it breaks market structure, if it doesn't break market structure, this could just bounce right here and continue down a little bit, right? So what we're waiting is for it to break the market structure.
So is that what you used as well then, trend lines as well? Because normally I've used it in some sort of training. I used to obviously do it before with LOF.
The trend line? See,
I
don't draw the trend lines anymore because my eyes see the trend lines. Eyes can tell if it breaks market structure.
Yeah, that's the same formula applies on a lower time frame too, right?
What's that?
Is it the same formula on the lower time frame too? Because I notice you on the 4 hour right now.
Yeah. I'm on the 4 hour to show you guys the bigger picture.
Okay.
I'm looking for the market to continue up because of this bullish market, because of this bullish pattern. But I'm waiting for it to also break market structure, so I'm more comfortable that it will continue still, that it will still continue up. Remember, this trend line is almost like a EMA or whatever, right? It's like a wall. You see, every time they hit it, they bounce back down. Every time they hit it down here, they go up. It's just a ping pong, back, until they break it. Then we can have another confirmation that we're going up. All right. Those are those are the basics. Even though the platform doesn't teach you, learn how to know how to draw. We'll probably add it to your homework, guys. Learn how to draw your trend lines, right? Without the platform, right? The reason why you want to learn how to do that is because you don't want to automate everything. Because if you automate everything, your skills deteriorate, right?
Yo, Leonard.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering, are you able to see the way that you're seeing right now on your platform, on the phone app, MT4?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. And if you need some help, you use the tools on the phone. You can draw lines. You can draw trend lines on there, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but just doing this over time again, your eyes will just see it. Your eyes can see where market structure is. But if you need help, go ahead. That's what the tools are for. I'm just showing you guys how to do it.
All right.
Any questions on this while we're on the subject?
No, I know quite a lot about trend lines. So.
Okay. Anyone else want any questions on trend lines?
I know you can do. So one thing I found out is key support areas or resistance areas on the weekly time frame, and then in terms of how people trade, obviously you can.
It's real easy, right?
It depends how everyone trades, I guess.
So what you want to do is, it's very easy to find out where very strong resistance lines are, right? So you see all these peaks, how it bounces back and forth, It's a very strong resistance area, right? Right? So if it peaks here, right? You see this peak right here? Obviously there's something strong right there, right? If you do that line and draw it all the way back, look. Bounced off here, right? It worked it right here. It worked it right here. You guys see that?
Yep. That's it.
All right, let's go see in another peak that it decided to turn. Right here, we'll use this one right here, right? Look how many times they worked that area. Right here, look at all this resistance, and this resistance. You guys see that?
Yeah.
All right, here, let's go ahead and draw another one. This area right here looks like a very strong resistance area. Look how they work it. Resistance here, this area, even though it went over, it's still a strong resistance area, right? That's how if you know where the strong resistance area is, right? This becomes this. You guys are probably used to this. That is your zone. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Leonard, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got a question. So at the end of the trend line, the last green sun that just formed on the newest peak, how do we know if it's valid, if it breaks through, or if it's just testing around where our trend line is?
This green dot right here?
Yeah, so see how it's a spike over and then it comes back down? Has that trend line been broken, or is it just...
No, it hasn't been broken. It hasn't been broken. It hasn't been broken. All it did was it peaked up there real quick and got out of there real fast. A real true broken structure is when that's why you got to be patient. You don't want to just like, oh, I'm going to trade it. You know what I mean? Because if you look, let's go ahead and zoom in that area. Right? If you look closely, look what it was. It was just a pin. You see that?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
See, all they did was go up here, right? People have pending orders. All they did was come up here, grab people's pending orders, right? People probably had like a buy. They had a buy, right? They had a buy, stop, pending order. Do you guys know how to do those?
Roughly.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we have pending orders. They have a buy stop. They have a buy stop in this area. Why do they have a buy stop? Because guess what? These trend lines are a retailer tool. So you have to understand that, right? That everyone uses trend lines, right? So everybody in the like billions, there's $1 trillion. It's a big industry, right? People trading. They draw the trend line, so these market makers know where they're going to put their buy stop. If it breaks this, let me go ahead and activate my buy stop. So what do? They decide to activate all of them and take them out. That's why it happens so fast. People put a buy stop right here when they're sleeping, right? And then when they're not paying attention, they'll take them out real quick and then bounce down.
Hey, Leonard.
Yeah.
Hey, another thing that I noticed is that because it closed back within the structure, it didn't break structure and
Exactly.
change the trend.
Exactly. That's why we wait for the closed candle.
Correct. Yep.
Closed candle will let you know exactly what is a true, what's a true trend and where they're actually going.
What's the closed candle again?
The closed candle. So these are spikes and pins, right? Right. The true direction is when it closes. Do you see this red?
Yeah.
This is the true candle, not this whole candle. The true candle is this little baby one.
That would be considered a doji, right?
This is a huge doji, yes. So if you see this huge doji, look what it did. It got the heck out of there. Bam. Could have got that money, right? Understand that part?
Yeah, I get it.
All right, cool. So this is where we're at right now. So AU, where let's go to, and then right here, we are going to attempt to draw the level here. They've been working it. So this is where your eyes get trained. All right, I decided to break the peak right here. Damn. Yeah, I see resets in here. So it seems like this area is 1. This is 2. See this area looks like a 3 and they just dropped it. You guys see that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
did a reset from there.
Yeah, to me this looks like a reset because they continued down big time.
Okay.
They kind of faked you out right here with an M. You see this M, guys? So they have this bullish. Pattern right here. And usually on a third level, there's a bullish pattern, right? Yeah, a bunch of trickery here. And then that's why it's important to know where the peak is. I draw a bullish pattern and you see if it respects it or not. This would have been money if they respected it. But obviously they dropped it big time right here, continue down. So what I'm actually, for this market to continue up, I'm not comfortable until like they form like a big bullish pattern somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Because patterns move the market, right? Because if you look in the center of this one, look at the center of this one. We have a bullish pattern right here. You guys see it?
Yep.
So we have that bullish pattern right here, and that's what caused this to go up. So I'm waiting and seeing right here. We thought this was the bullish pattern to push it, and right here, we're hopefully that's going to happen right here. Does that make sense?
At that lowest peak, I'm seeing basically an upside down head and shoulders. So I'd be
draw it out.
So yeah, I got it.
An upside down head and shoulders is basically a bullish pattern, just like a regular. So who's doing that? What are you guys trying to point out? Oh yeah, there's a bullish pattern right there. That's a Gartley. So that's why if you put those two together, right, a Gartley pattern, whoever drawn that out.
Yeah, that was me. I just saw it. I thought I'd maybe just point it out.
Okay, so Zach drew a bullish pattern, right? Together with a small bullish is very powerful, right? A big bullish with a little bullish is very powerful. That's why I'm waiting for a bigger bullish down here, to be more of a confirmation. And look what that Gartley did. It pushed this way up real fast. You guys got that?
Yeah, Leonard, I have a question.
Yeah.
So it can go either way, bigger bullish to a smaller bullish, or a smaller bullish to a bigger bullish?
No, I look for the bigger bullish to the smaller bullish.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Just wanted to clear that up. Thank you.
We have another one right here. If you do this one, look, it's a baby one. Do this one to this one, right? Too bad I can't erase each one. Hold on. So you guys see that? Zach, I'm gonna clear your drawing. It's very difficult to see, but this thing did the same thing. So we got that over here. This, that, this, but you had a bullish pattern. It's very, very, if you zoom in. Right? If you zoom in, it did the same thing. Can I see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
This is on a 4 hour, so if you guys remember, a Gartley shows you if it can be a safety trade. This right here is a safety trade. This right here is a safety trade. It did a bullish. This is a safety trade to go up. That's why Gartleys are very powerful. If you can find the Gartley, it's most likely a safety trade to continue up strong. You guys understand that?
Oh, yes, I understand it.
Someone's taking pictures.
Yeah, I might too as well. That's not a bad idea. I don't even know that. But...
All right, so now we know where we're at and what I'm looking for. We'll see what the market looks like on the 15-minute. I'm trying to see. Oh, now that I zoom in on here. All right, let's zoom in on here, see what we see. So on here, let me go ahead. See, you could have caught this rise right here because look, they had a bullish pattern. They had a bullish pattern. This is still valid. I think I just showed you. This is still valid to be a bullish pattern. It's just a bullish. It's a bullish what? What kind of bullish is this?
Butterfly.
Butterfly, right? This is a bullish butterfly. So yeah. This is still a bullish, right? Even though they extended it big time, right? And then you see this right here, the sweet spot, and it's near the trend line. They keep hitting the sweet spot area. You just wait for it to turn around, right? To properly get this is when you start using TDI at this point. You're trying to find exactly when they are turning, right? This is on the 4 hour, so on the 15-minute or 1 hour, it's more precise. But if you look right here, there's actually a bullish pattern. There's a bullish pattern here. That's why I say wait till a pattern's formed. Look at this little bullish. As soon as it finished a little bullish, then it started to rise. You guys got that?
Yeah, I see it.
Right? Then it started to rise. Look how strong that was too. Damn. Right? So right now, looks like Zach is drawing it out. We are going to see what they are going to do on that. And that already looks like it's going to drop quite a bit. I'll show you guys on the 15-minute. Let's go to the 15-minute. The 15-minute, what looks like, and then we'll go ahead and zoom in on this. So on the 15 minute,
Indicators on that. Yeah, 15-minute looks like it was rising anyway.
so on the 15 minute, right, we drew it all out, but it's still here. We still have that happened right there. If you see on the platform, if you look on the platform, look at pin, the trend line, the automatic trend line it does right there. Perfect, right? Then you're just looking on TDI right here. Right here, it already shows TDI. We have a first leg right here. And then that second leg rested on here. And then it's started going up. You guys got that? They're not going to make it perfect. They're not going to make it look pretty like this one. Right? Sometimes they make it sneaky where it looks like that. You guys see that?
Yeah.
See that? Look.
Yeah, I see it.
See, now you guys can see it. Look at that. So they made the first leg down here, and then they went up. Second leg, boom.
Leonard, I got a question. So for the second leg of the W's, does it always mean a continuation in that point until it hits some previous level or sweet spot in the same
No,
thing?
it does not always mean that it's gonna. The closer it is to the Bollinger Bands, and the closer it is to your 30, the more volume and more trade that you'll get. Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question though with that W.
Yeah.
On the second leg, you know how you talk about it being supported by the signal line?
Yeah.
It's a good indicator. What if the W is like below the Bollinger Band? And
Oh, that's a money trade.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, the second leg doesn't necessarily have to be supported all the time, depending on where it's at.
No, because you'll see this. This is money too. I'm just that there's two things you can look at, right? But the other one is very difficult because the signal line can be a resistance and it can bounce back down. Now it looks like now it looks like an M, right?
Uh-huh.
That's why it's weary. But look at, if you did this right here, there's one right here. You got a W right here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look so supported, right? It doesn't look supported, but it crossed it and went up, right?
Gotcha.
If it does that, you just wait till it crosses. It already looks like a W. If it closes past the signal line, that's a signal for you to go in.
Okay.
This bounce, this supported, right? This supportedness right here gives me a more
solid confirmation.
It's more of a bounce, right? It's more of volume that you'll get out of it.
Oh, I see. I got you. Yeah.
You know, sometimes he even did it right here. Look, first leg, second leg, and it crossed. You could have took this trade right here. It can go up right here. See how it respects the market baseline.
Uh-huh.
If it respects it, then take your trade. Don't wait for it, because it'll just if it respects it, it'll create like a M or whatever, and then it'll bounce down. Are you
saying that off by the liquid 50?
What's that?
Are you saying it from that example? Are you on about the liquid 50 right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Leonard,
that can actually be as like a boundary as well.
What's that?
Can just bounce off it. No, I'm saying, so in terms of obviously that trade, you can use that as a wall. So if it don't break it, it's just going to come back down.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
It's a very strong resistance, like an EMA. Go ahead. Who was that asking?
Hey, Leonard, so if you look at September 27th at 1:30, I'm just wondering, like, because it goes past blood in the water, but then it goes back down, then it goes back up, and then goes back down again. So, like,
okay, I'm like, let me see. So you're talking about this area?
1:30 a.m.
1:30. I'm right here. 1:30.
1:30.
Oh, okay, my fault. We're talking about all right here.
Yeah. So I'm like wondering, like, cause you said when it goes past blood in the water, it'll rise, but it'll do the same thing when it's going down too, right?
Yeah. It's M.
So it kind of confused me because it looks like a W almost, a little before.
Right here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, then it goes up, then it goes right back down. So I'm just wondering.
So that's good that you brought this up. This right here, I wouldn't even take that trade. You see this?
Would you just rely on the pattern you see also when it comes to that type of
Yeah.
situation? Because
Remember, guys, you guys got to find the map before you start using the TDI, right? If you just use this, for instance, so the line to cross, I got nothing. You know what I mean? Right here. So if W and it cross, oh hello, you guys hear me?
you breaking up.
Hold on, give it a second. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Slight interference. So right here, what I was talking about, there's a first leg and then a second leg, and it crosses signal line, right?
Yeah.
It looks good on the TDI, but why are you waiting for that trade when you have nothing here? You guys see that? I don't have let me clear everything up. Right? If you look right here, right? You got a W, yeah, you have a W, but what is your pattern that you're looking for? There's nothing here. You guys understand that?
So is that right there? Is that pattern right there consolidating?
Which one? It is?
So,
looks like it.
Yeah, consolidating because that's why you want traded. The buying contract.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna trade it. I'm not gonna trade it because it's consolidating, but I also don't have a harmonic, right? If you guys remember, like I don't trade unless I see a harmonic. I don't do it. Why? Because harmonics make me very selective in my trades. Why am I gonna mess with my emotions? That's how a lot of people quit. You know, if you don't have a strategy and you're just going, if you're just going like, oh yeah, it crosses, you're gonna lose a lot of money because you're not gonna know exactly where the gold is, right? You're not gonna know where the treasure is. So do not use TDI if you're not seeing a pattern. Don't do it.
I've got something to go off that as well. That you don't need to base any of your trades solely on the TDI, but like I'm seeing right here on Thursday in this area of consolidation, the TDI is also telling us that it's consolidating there because it's at the 50. It's going up and down on the blood and the water. The same thing happens on Friday. If you look early Friday and then you look down at your TDI, there's nothing there.
Yeah. That's where you have to, especially at this time frame, Asia likes to like mess you up. And then if you look at this, that's you have to understand behavior of the market. Once you understand behavior of the market, you'll see the candlesticks. They'll like barely even move. You know what I mean? They're just like barely. There's no volume in the market. So that's the type of behavior you watch for. How it responds to EMA. The biggest thing, that's why I teach you guys, is patterns. This becomes really easy. You'll start making big money if you master patterns.
Yeah.
Because it's the map, right? It's the map to try to find this damn thing. You guys understand that part?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why is it a lot of traders use key support and resistance on higher time frames like the weeklies?
Because because the higher the time frame, the higher support, the higher the strength. The strength of it is stronger. You know, a support and resistance in a 4 hour is way stronger than a 5 minute. Right? You just got to put that on your mindset. That's why when I'm trading, I look at the 1 hour, right? When I'm going down to like actually like when I put a trade in, I'm looking at the 1 hour first, right? I'm looking at the 1 hour, see how it looks like on the TDI, and see if I have a pattern. Then I go to the 15 to see if it's even ready, right? See what the TDI, see, oh, it's not even ready to cross yet. The pattern there, right? And then as soon as 15 is almost ready to cross, then I go to the 5 minute. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think on one of these where I think people may get what's the word I'm looking for? Mixed up. I know I have in certain areas. So I've looked on the 1 hour. Is it the 50, for example? It looks ready, and then it may drop down even more to the 20, and then you think it's then ready again. And then in terms of it creates almost like a fake W, and then you sort of some people may place that trade and then get stuck within that
Well,
sort of then
okay.
consolidation, if that makes sense.
So the question I'm asking is, did you watch behavior around the EMA and did it cross the EMA?
No, I'm just saying, like, I know one time I think I sent you a picture, and I know I fucked up on that one, where I thought it may have rised, and then I've just got stuck in the consolidation, like this sort of part here.
Yeah, so you have to understand, what is Friday?
Friday?
Well, usually, when are they going to stick you?
On Friday.
Right? Usually on a Friday, they're going to stick you.
Trap day.
Trap you. It's trap day. Right? You guys understand everything. Put everything together. Friday is trap day. Wednesday is a reversal, right? So what they do is you made all your money this week. They're going to try to get it back. They're going to try to trap you through the weekend, right? You're trapped in your trade. And then when they open the market on Sunday, they're going to spike up and clean you out.
People that's held throughout the weekend, then, I guess.
Yeah, unless you're really, unless you're really good and you can get those up and downs of you can get, because I was getting him on Friday. If you can get the up and downs of the consolidation, then that's scalping, but I suggest not to do it unless you're really good at it. Your skills will develop over time where you can start doing more. The more you ride a bike, you're gonna get a more expensive bike. You're gonna start doing mountains. Then you're gonna be doing all those marathons and stuff, right? So the more you do this, the more you want to challenge yourself and you start doing more things. We're good with this?
Yeah, cheers, man.
So let's try to make a prediction. We're still looking for right here. So this one made it go up. This one made it go up. The bigger picture I see, it's probably, I want to see. I want to see a bullish pattern.
Looks like it will do that too. There's forming a small bearish in the middle. You see with the W?
Yeah, right here.
Skinny bearish, I guess I could say.
And it's blood in the water.
Yeah, right here, right? You can see that it already did a W, crossed it. So this looks like it's going to go up. And then
it's still up above that 200 EMA, though, when it opens.
Hey, Leonard, I got a question.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, based on what you were just talking about when it comes to Fridays, how they'll try to trap you and then blow your account or whatever they do.
Yeah.
If they're in the middle of forming a pattern like that, will they try to go down? If you already said, fuck it, I'm gonna get on a buy because I think it's gonna go up, are they gonna try to trick you out and go down and then come back up to form the other leg or no?
Yeah, they did that to these people right here. Look at this. A lot of people, this right here, look at it. They forced everybody to buy, right? They believe it's still going up. Look what they did. They just reversed it. Took them all out, trap, right? These guys are probably in. It didn't stop them out, so they believe it's gonna stay in, right? And then bullish, I believe bearish is gonna happen, right? And then they'll drop even more to take all of them out.
All right.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
That's just what I see. Doesn't mean that they'll do it. It's just what I see.
So that's because of the larger pattern that you're drawing right now. It's going to revert up probably to around near the trend line and then push right.
Yeah. So it's going to create, this I believe is my first leg, this bearish pattern, right? Hasn't formed yet. This bearish pattern in the middle will, this is the second leg. And then as soon as it hits, you even have a moving average right here. We'll see how that responds to the moving average right here. We have the 800. You guys see that? We have this 800 right here.
Would you take that?
That's how you use these EMAs. You see this 800? So I'm trying to see where it can touch. I got a trend line right here, but I also have my EMA. 800 is very strong. So I believe we're going to see how it responds to the 800, right? I believe it's going to be resistance to it, and then it'll drop. It'll drop to that area down here. And you always want to use your levels, right? So if I have a level right here, has a possibility to go down, has a possibility to drop to here, right? And become strong and then go up, or it can also go down to this area, which is perfect because it's right on that trend line, right? And it can drop all the way down here, our zone, and now we can go in the up right here. Then we look for the TDI to tell us when to buy because we just made a bullish.
Yeah, I understand it.
Hold on. All right, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You guys see all that or no?
Yeah.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a question real quick, Evan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So would you take it up on this buy? Because if you look at your TDI, when it's forming the second leg, would you ride it up to your 200 EMA and then get out and open a new position to sell?
200 right now. We said 200. This is 800.
Oh yeah, 800. My bad. So would you enter like right around here and then ride it up and then get out?
What are we on the 15 minute? No, because once they open up the market, they might spike this up hard and then drop. I don't like to trade right when the market opens. But if the market, like within the 50, if I see this, if I see what they do in the first hour or 2 hours when they open, they go up here, they pin this, then they go down, then I'll take my buy down here. I'm not going to ride this up. It's too early. It's too early to start messing with them.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I like to see what they're going to do. I always watch what their move is first, and then I follow. Right? You just follow what they're doing. If they give you something, you follow them. But I wait around. I don't trade right away. If there's something good in Asia session today, like I said, if it goes up there, then go down here. I'll take this trade down. I would rather take this trade down here because this is more powerful because it completed a bigger pattern, right? It completed a bigger bullish. I don't want to mess with this baby stuff, right? I'm more of a selective trader where I want to get the big boy, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Right? You want to try to train yourself to become more selective so you can get your money, leave, and you're good for the day. You're not on here trying to accumulate. You're not on here trying to accumulate baby ones where it's going to take you forever.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and let's do UJ real quick. I'm gonna do it real quick. Spend some time on there. We're on UJ.
I have a prediction for GJ. I'll let you do it, but I'm going to say I'm wrong.
I really want to see GJ. I want to talk about GJ really bad.
Okay, we'll get on there. Don't worry. I always make sure we do these pairs because we got to analyze them. All right, let's go. So the bigger picture on here, we still have our bearish pattern. They decided to extend this thing. We thought it was going to drop right here, but they actually pushed it up. You guys see that?
Yeah.
On my screen, what's that?
This is my peak, and this is that peak right here. So this is the only one I'm real worried about right now. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Let me see if there's another peak. You always want to zoom out to see if there's another peak that they may try to hit. And there is. There's another peak that can try to hit. So you got to keep that in mind. So right here, we got that the bearish right here. And we got a peak above it, right? So we got to keep that in mind that it still has quite a bit to go up there. So we got to be careful of believing that this is going to go down because it's still, how many pips? Let me see how many pips that is. It's still about 139 pips away from this peak. All right. So we believe this is going to go down because we have a bullish on a bullish now. You see that? I mean a bearish on a bearish. I got a bearish on a bearish. You just got to find the time when it's actually going to drop. Right? So let's go to the 1 hour right here. Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's go to the 15-minute. All right, we're up here. We're trying to look for the drop. Draw the levels real quick. We got one. We got 1, 2, 101. 1, 2. Pushed it up. This whole area right here. This whole area is a level 3. And right here is perfect. Bearish pattern on the 3rd level to make a drop. I believe I caught this one. Yeah, I got this one on a Friday. So I traded on a Friday because this is what they gave me. They gave me a bearish, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. Took it all the way down.
The Asian session Thursday night, Friday was awesome too.
Yeah.
Plus, finally moved actual solid 30 pips. Hasn't moved that in a while.
Yeah. And then let's talk about that big rise right here, UJ. So right here, if you look on TDI, this is a bullish pattern right here. This is a bullish pattern, right? Bullish, and then right here, look at this. It touched the Bollinger Band, went back down, second leg crossed, right? Didn't get supported, but this is what we talked about earlier. It crossed it, so that's a good trade. That's a good trade entry, and would have went up, right? And then what you're also looking for is so if you have a bullish here, I'm always looking, is it trying to form another pattern? So this is what my eyes, I believe, were telling me on that day right here. I was like, yeah, I believe they're going to complete a bearish, right?
Did you catch that, Leonard?
Huh?
Did you ride that wave all the way up?
I believe so. I got a lot of money off UJ and GJ.
But say that's a lot of pips. How many is it to the peak of New York right there? Can you do that little arrow quick?
From here to here.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I believe it was Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
I got a lot of money within 2 days. I think I made 10,000.
Oh.
With all this.
So Leonard, I got a question.
Yeah.
So you see this pattern forming and you verify with your TDI and your EMAs. So I'm gonna draw something on the TDI, and because this is where I think if I entered the trade at the bottom, where I'd get out.
All right, go ahead.
So around in the center, it was bouncing and riding the EMA, and then once it got over the Bollinger Band, well, the blood in the water is right below the Bollinger Band. So until it, hits it hard or tries to push through, would you stay in that trade?
Yeah, so this right here, what you point out, happens all the time. This is trickery. They like to trick this right here. It happens all the time. You'll see them look like they're gonna cross, but they extend. I learned how to because just like what you were thinking, I always thought to get out.
Flagged out, bro. Can you say that again?
Sometimes I would like enter right here, thinking that it was gonna drop, but they like to fool you and extend it. So I'm very in this area. I am watching closely. I go down to my 5 minute and watch closely to see how they're responding to this area to even see if it's valid.
So can you go to the 5 minute from there and then just sort of have a look?
Let me go ahead and let me mark the area. We'll go to the 5 minute in this area.
Sweet, cheers.
Where'd it go? Oh, it doesn't mark it on the TDI. Well, anyways, I believe it was up here, right?
Yeah, bro.
Well, let me make sure. Let me make sure we're good at where we're at. So, I don't know why it doesn't show it. Okay, we're at. Let me make sure the time. So we're talking. Where are we talking about? We were 15 minute.
Yeah. 15
minute, and we're talking about this area. So the time on this.
That's where it bounced. You've marked it on the ground.
So this is at 17:15. Okay, 17:15. Let's go to the 5 minute. Go to 17:15. Let's go at 17.
You can see it on the 5 minute as well, I think.
Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, here. Okay. Oh, perfect. Right here. We're right here. I did mark it. So right here, if you look on the 5 minute, so this is that same area you're talking about, right? You wanted to get out?
Yeah.
Right here.
But as well, if you remove the blue lines, or whoever's done that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I. Okay, so right here, this is the area that we are talking about right here, right? If you see right here on the EMAs, right? On the EMAs, it wrote it, it surpassed it right here, but see how they respond back and go up? They're still respect. That's how you have to use a 13 EMA. You want to see if they're really going to continue down or it's going to respect the 13 still, right? So
this is where, for me,
you're watching this close. Go ahead.
The second candle, obviously, for the pin, then it closed and then opened on a green. So does that mean it did not break it, or?
Yeah, it didn't break it because that's a railroad up.
Okay.
Right. It actually made a pin right here, like a big doji. It's not really a doji, but it pinned right here. And look at this. We have a sweet spot. Putting that together, it pinned the sweet spot. Went up. Right, it went back down, but it's still respecting this right here. Also, so if you look down to the, so if we're looking down right here, it crosses, gets supported. You could have got this little bit of money right here, but it's not much. And then
so would that be hidden divergence there? Because the trend is still continuing up, even though the TDI it's pulling strength back from the 85 level back towards the center.
Yeah, that's
exactly. So look, let's look right here. So you have okay. So if you draw this from here to here, from here to here, on your TDI, but look, it still continued up. That's a hidden divergence. You see that?
All right,
good stuff. Good stuff.
It's still gonna go up. Right, this went down, but this one still says it's like there. That's a hidden divergence. And look what it did right here. Second leg, Bollinger Band, and it decided to go up still.
Yeah, you can still do this, right?
What's that?
It doesn't need to be as long as you did, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking for the hidden divergence because hidden divergence tells me that it will reverse strong. This right here with, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that small one is still hidden divergence.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure. I'm not sure I wasn't doing the wrong one.
You can still do that. I like drawing my hidden divergence all the way from the Bollinger Bands.
Okay.
I like drawing it from here to here.
Another thing you could look at on there is you have your peak low right there at believe that was Asia session to your left a little bit.
Eh?
Yeah, no, look, you got your peak low sun to your left.
I think he's on about this bit.
Yeah, see that? So that would tell you it's going to keep rising, of course. Yeah, if you count your levels.
Yeah.
So you would know no matter what they were doing, like you could, I mean, obviously watch it closely and, don't let them take half your money back, but you could still have a good general idea that it's going to keep going.
Yeah, because that would have been, you'd have counted that as level 2, then yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just part of knowing how the market works. You just got to trust your analysis.
And then also what you're doing on here is you're following pips up. So
yeah,
you're just following your stops. As this goes up, right? As this goes up, you follow. So if you see here closely, if I follow, say my trade was down here, and I'm still going up, right? I'm following it up. Let me see.
But that's just consolidating up right now, right? It's just basically just keep going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on. So right here, what I'm doing with this black line, as it goes up, you see this area right here? Made a railroad and went up. You see that? So I would bring my stops right in this area, right? And then you see how they pin down right here? They pin down in this area and made a railroad up. Then I would move it up more. And that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for another like resistance area that it is. Then I'll move it up. And then if it pins again right here, then I move it up a little bit more. Then I caught all this, right? Then I'll slowly like rise it, take it, because that's a lot of money. I'm keeping far away from it, right? But in this area is another resistance, so I would have pulled it up all the way down up here, and that's how I just keep following it. And if it decides to stop me out, that's fine. You know what I mean? At least I put all of this in the bag. Does it make sense?
Yeah. A quick one. When you were saying about moving the stops, so as you said, you were catching obviously that big rise. Oh fuck, very good. I think you moved it a little bit.
Go ahead.
No, I was just trying to right out.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me? 1 second.
Yeah, I can hear you. You just like a robot.
Yeah, the internet is unstable on my side. I'm gonna stop. I need to just get a hard wire and hardwire my laptop, so you guys can hear me.
A couple of seconds, man. I was just make sure that I'm getting the right information. So.
All right. So.
Yeah, it was just about.
Right now, let me try to make a prediction right now for you, Jay. So we're wanting this sucker to go down, third level. Let's see what I see. What do I see? This is a big leg. And that's a big leg. Big leg. And then that's where I see it. I got a good zone right here. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I see how it will start off. This is so. Wait, give me 1 second. I want to point this out. So, my mind. You see how many times they pin this top? Give me 1 second. You see this right here? We got a pin to the high. That's 1, 2, 3. Right? That's very strong. This is a very strong resistance area. So this gives me another reason why it's going to drop. Right? It'll respect this one, I believe, and then it'll drop. That's what my mind is thinking, and that's why I put everything together. You guys see that?
Yeah. Hey, Leonard. I have a question. So you know how you got 3 pins to the high and then 3 pins to the low, which indicates it's gonna go up again and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So does that same thing that's the same rule for like those three highs that you just marked?
Yeah.
Like the big ones?
These pins right here are telling me it's pinning the high. It pinned it once, twice, 3 times. That's like it has to. That's why it dropped. That's why it dropped down here, right? But they decided to go back up. But I believe they're just getting what they want, trying to get these people, and then they're gonna drop.
Okay.
You guys got that? This is a very big resistance area to me right here. So I'll drop that, and then it's gonna create that bullish that I just drew out. Right there, and then you're using the ADR. I'm using the ADR on here. This is another area. The ADR came before any sweet spot, so I believe it'll reach all the way down here. And I'm also looking at the market structure, right? I'm looking at market structure because whenever I was teaching you guys how to have resistance areas, right? So this is a strong resistance area right here. Because of this, it pinned this. It went past this, but the ADR is here. So that's why this is my zone in that area. It's also near the trend line. You see that?
Yeah.
And then from there, that bullish pattern will go like that. You guys got that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. Sorry, give it a break. Give it 1 second. Okay, go ahead and talk. Was that
No,
John?
I'm
You
just
trying to say
saying I
something?
got it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's lagging on you. Can anyone else talk? Is it still lagging?
It's still lagging.
Yeah,
All right.
lagging.
I heard you guys. John.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. What was your question?
No, it wasn't a question. I was just saying, yeah, I got it. I understand what you're pointing out. Yep.
All right, cool. Let's go to GJ real quick. We'll do this one. GJ obviously looks the same as UJ. Give me 1 second. There's a lot of stuff on my screen. Look at that. He could have got this big drop right here. I think I did catch this drop. So you see that? Drop right there because of the big bearish pattern. Drop. Dropped right there. And then this is nice. This is a nice so they got a bullish right here that caught my attention. Right? We got a bullish right there. So if there's a bullish right there, I'm hoping it doesn't do this because this doesn't match what we're saying. But that's why I see on the 1 hour. If you scroll out, there's
So they're
not
trying to hit the third pin, right?
What's that?
They're gonna try to hit the third pin probably, cause you got the 2 suns at the top, the 2 highs.
Yes. So
and then they'll.
Yeah, they won't always pin the third one, but because I believe this bearish could form, it could retest it and then go down. So that's what my eyes are telling me right now. So I went to the 15-minute. This is what I drew out. It's almost, I zoomed in closer. So we got the 15. I made that bullish. I made another bullish right here. Quite a bit of patterns on here. And then right here, this even looks like this can form a bearish. That's crazy. It just went up and down, up and down. So this looks like, as you see, so on here, you see, I was just testing something. I don't really use this thing on here. All right, hold on. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Hold on, I'm trying to get the, I forgot which one was my 15-minute beat.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. You guys
Yeah, I
there?
can hear you, bro.
All right, hold on. May affect your audio. Try closing some applications. Maybe that. You guys on there?
Yep.
Maybe it was that application that was killing me. Close that. All right, so we have that bullish over here. So this looks like it's going to, hold on. Why is it not clicking? All right, hold on. Now my screen is not even, all right, cool. It can create something funky like that. You guys see that?
Yeah.
I just see a bearish forming. It's gonna drop. It's going to drop. It's going to drop. Let me see a zone. Let me see if there's a strong zone. You see that, what I did? I saw that area of resistance. I saw this area as a resistance and use that area as a resistance. So it could use this area as a resistance to bounce up too. And then there's also, we got that bullish in the middle. We got that bullish in the middle to help this push up. And then if I add more stuff to here, right? Here's this peak and this peak, right? I believe, see, there was already an automatic one, but you want to use that trend line to see if it'll push back up. But we'll see what they're going to do, but I believe they are going to continue down on the long run because of our bearish pattern. I'm wanting this thing to break market structure. So if you guys, let's go look at the other indicators. This is perfect. You see this triangle? You guys see this triangle?
Yep, I see it.
Powerful.
All right, the red triangles let you know if it's going to go, right? It's a bearish and a blue, right? So you can use it, don't use it solely, but this can tell us that it can continue down and our trend line is going downwards. So I'll probably go up, respect this, and then continue down. Cool?
Yeah.
Yep, looks good.
Yeah, I just see, hold on, I'm just seeing. I see this coming up in the following days or week. I see this first leg being formed. At least. Yeah, I see that?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens right there. We're wanting this to be a bearish week. Cool. I think you guys wanted me to do, was it EU and GU? let's do a quick one. EU off the bat already. Off the bat looks like. Let's do the. Okay, this is the 1 hour. Let's take all the crap out of here so you guys can see it. Okay, one. All right, so we got this whole area, one. They skipped the level 2. Level 2 is like in this area.
Well, would it be considered one of those candles? One of the wicks?
What do you mean?
Go up a little bit, like right across from the red one. Directly across, you can kind of see right there on the green candle where it's going up.
This one?
Yeah, right there, that like wouldn't that be considered? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying this is level 2 because they decided to skip it.
Oh, got you.
They decided to skip that level 2. I think
So
someone was asking WVVM. Doesn't have.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see if it skips level 2. You're not gonna see that, right? But here you can see it. They won't show it all the time, but like I was saying on the thing, VVM is just basically a stop hunt. So that hold on. So stop hunt. So this is your W. Here's a V, right? I guess you can consider this another V. This can be considered. I don't draw it out, but that can be your V. And this could have been your second level right here, also. But usually they'll skip it. That's why I'm saying this is a level. So just how you see it, you're trying to see it, and then obviously this whole top right here is a third level, right? Because we have our bearish pattern here on top. You guys got that?
Yeah.
We got that bearish pattern and then a drop. So the overall, what this is forming is a bigger bullish, and that's why it's spiked up right here. And notice that this is the zone right here. That's why you could have took this buy right here. Cool.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure this right here is probably an M. No, W. I'm pretty sure right here was a W. So you could have took that trade. Because this is what? Even though it doesn't look like it, it's working the same area, right? It's working the same area, like a pile of wood, and then it pops up. So let's go our 15-minute. See that area? I told you guys there was a W there. You guys see it? So we have that W on the TDI. You'll see the W2, and you could have got that. You could have got that right there. I'm curious to see. Let me go ahead and see this. Pop it out. Yep. See, I told you. You got that W down here. See that? We have this. You could have even took it earlier right here. Right here. Second leg bounce right here. You could have took it right there, right? But there's also this W right here. You also have this W. Second leg bounce. You see that? You guys see that second leg bounce?
Yep, I see it.
Everyone got that besides John?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. You could have got that right there. You got two solid You have 2 solid entry points, one right there and then one right there.
That's awesome.
So this right here now looks like it's going down. So I see this for EU. Give me 1 second.
Leonard, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that zone that you drew out on the 1 hour from Euro USD, you knew that it was going to hit that zone because it was on level 3, right?
You talking about up here?
Well, yeah. When you were on the 1 hour, you drew out like a zone.
Yeah, I drew out a zone on the bottom because it came out. Yeah, I was looking towards my left. I was looking towards my left to see where was a possible zone, and then give me 1 second. Slowing up now. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Can you guys hear me? All right, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
So that zone, I looked to my left to see where is a possible zone of going up. Look at this. I have a sweet spot, right? I have a sweet spot. If I look all the way to my left, it also respected it in this area. So that's why I drew it out as my zone. See it?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. I'm looking at my sweet spot, but I'm looking all the way to the left to see if it's even valid of an area that can possibly go up. See it?
Yeah.
So right here, I see a possible bearish pattern to form before it starts going up right there. We'll go to the 15-minute and you'll see it right there. You see it?
Yeah, it's already creating the W on the price action and the TDI.
Yeah. So this one right here, we have a bullish that can form right here. How they act, and then I'll go up and form this bigger bearish, I believe. Cool.
Yeah.
I think the other pair was GU.
Yep, that was the one for me.
GU 15-minute. There's a bullish pattern. I made a butterfly.
30-second lag.
You could have got this entry because if you go all the way here, it respected this area, and this one's actually a sweet spot. It hit a sweet spot. So that's how you have to. If you use these sweet spots, it's very strong, so you can use those as areas that it can bounce off of, right? But you also want to look. You want to look in the previous market if it respected that sweet spot to determine the zone.
A quick question as well, Leonard. On the, I know this is probably we shouldn't even do it, but I looked on the weekly time frame, and on the same pair, I see a bullish pattern as well.
The weekly?
Yeah, the weekly, same pair.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. So GU, you see GU? GU looks exactly like GJ. So I like this.
Because I know the move on the weekly, I don't know how much, mate. I think I put it on one of the, I think I texted it to someone. I know it was like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like maybe
Let me
6,000 micros, something like that.
so let me go ahead and spread this out.
So I already got it sent out. I'll put
Just
it
to
on
show
the-
you, you can trade on any time frame, but it just understand that's a lot of pips each one. I'm not that type of trader yet. I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable.
Do you see the bullish there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because how many pips would that have been? I know it's a ridiculous amount.
For which one?
So the bullish one you just drew, in terms of from that pin to the green sun to obviously when it finished.
That's 100. That's
No,
1,000.
not that one, bro. Not that one, bro. From
That's 531 pips
fucking hell, not bad. Man.
right there. So if you were to get this one, right, you can use the same strategy. There's a support right there, and look what it did. Pin that area. This could have been your buy, and you, if you're a weekly trader, you could took it in right here and keep on going up. But on the, let's go to, and that's perfect with our prediction right here that it's going to continue up because it created a bullish pattern right here, right? And it's going to continue up this way. I even see a bigger pattern now. So if you go from here to here, this can continue up to create a bearish pattern, probably up there again. See that?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see what goes on. If there's any other questions, you guys good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Are you guys improving every week?
Of course.
Yes, I am now.
I feel like my brain is gonna explode with knowledge.
That's good. Sooner or later, it'll stay in there. But the more you do the line grinds, the more it sits in. It's always important to do the line grinds.
Yep, I agree with that, Leonard.
Yeah, definitely, man.
You're trying to build a muscle memory to memorize this. That's why, like, that's why I became really good with this. It's just muscle memory. You know, imagine. I think I was on. So I was at horror nights on Thursday, right? I wasn't gonna trade that night, but I wanted to test myself if I'll be able to trade with all this commotion going on, right? And then I made $5,000 that night.
Oh, fucking hell. Come
just
on.
walking around.
That's great.
Just walking around, testing myself, and it's there. That lets me know that the knowledge is in my head to be able to trade in that type of environment, right? A lot of stuff going on, stuff scaring you. You try to, you know.
Hey, Leonard, can you say that again one more time?
What's that?
You said that's when you know the knowledge is going in your head. When?
No, I was saying I was trading at Universal Studios with a bunch of distraction, right?
Oh yeah, showing off.
Yeah, so I was just trying to test myself with just distraction if I was able to still do it. And, I look on my phone, it takes me 5 seconds to analyze and then get the trade in. If it's not there, I wouldn't get it.
Buy limits then, by the sounds of it.
What's that?
I said, did you put a buy limit by the sounds of it?
Do I do a buy limit?
Yeah, or a buy request, whatever you want to call it.
No. When I was there, I was doing everything on the spot because I'm not going to do a buy limit and then I'm on a ride or I'm on something. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I do it.
Fair play.
I hit it and then I watched it and then got out when I need to. I was scalping.
Would you have any advice for people who can't, be at their phone 24/7? But I can analyze, like, I know the first leg just formed and I'm waiting for the second leg to form. Well, if I can't enter once the second leg finishes, what would you advise there?
For those that can't be on their phone all the time, can you peek on your phone? I find it like you can peek on your phone more than you can be on a laptop or a computer. So what I do, right? Because as you guys know, I do most of my trading on my phone. You just got more freedom, You got more freedom to do whatever you want and just trade off your phone.
That's what I do. I stream my charts to my phone because when I'm at work I can't have my whole
So a lot of this trading I'm teaching you, it's in my memory right now, but the platform is training wheels, right? Until you know how to get off the training wheels, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to truly understand everything on the phone, right? Right. So all these, these peaks and these suns, all this stuff and these sweet spots, I already know it in my brain where they are. Right. then you can slowly take them off one by one, and I see everything on the phone. But on the phone, that's why on the phone. So if you're on the phone, you just want to keep training yourself, draw the patterns out, and just keep looking. I peek on my phone to see where the market is at, to have an idea, and then I'll just like within like an hour later, I'll see where it is. I was like, all right, it looks like it's getting closer to what I like, then you know, I'll take a break or try to see if I can enter. That's the only way that you can like become better. You just got to put hours into this. The more hours that you put into this, the less time it'll take you to analyze something. Now all the hours that you put in, now you have more freedom because you already did the hard grind.
Hell yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Work hard today so you can relax tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you just get what you want and you just leave, and then you're like, all right, I want to get more money, and you just try to analyze, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I found myself, you know, like I said, calling out so many pairs this week, and I was really confident in them. I just, because of my job, I can't always, you know, be around to actually enter them. Or
yeah, okay. So what you'll do, what you can practice, I don't think I've ever told you guys, is you guys know how to buy stop and sell stop? You guys know how to
I tried messing around with it, but I couldn't actually, you know, see how.
So what you want to do, if my advice for you is to practice your pending orders, right? For instance, if I see this for a pending order, okay, let's say say this pattern right here has dropped, right? And this created my bullish, right? This created that bullish right here to go down. And you're waiting for that trade to cross, right?
Yep.
Say that went down and you're waiting for this to go up. Put a pending order, practice putting a pending order like right here, right? So once it crosses it, it activates. And then you can your target points, you know, your targets, the take profit areas, right? You can just keep practicing. You can take profit here at the first sweet spot and see if you hit it. And then as you get better of analyzing, you can just keep pushing yourself to get you can keep pushing yourself to the next area that you believe that it'll hit.
So I have to, you know, because I can't be watching it, looking at my TDI to make a precise entry. I have to set it low enough, like if I'm trying for it to go up.
Yeah. So if you're waiting for the market to cross, you put a pending order. So you won't miss the move. You know what I mean?
I'm saying I have to set it low enough to where my equity won't be too in jeopardy.
Exactly. But that takes practice. Practice your pending orders. I do my pending orders. I'll do my pending orders just like what you were saying when I'm busy. But I believe like I can capture a lot. I would put my pending order in, and then it activates. I didn't miss the move. You know what I mean? I didn't miss the move.
So like what I just drew, the blue line, that would be my pending order. And if that red candle I drew, if it doesn't get it, then oh well, I'm not out of money.
Exactly.
But if it does, then yeah, okay.
Exactly. But don't do them live.
So if you feel like something's gonna happen in the market, when?
What's that?
Hello? Yeah, I was wondering. So if you feel like if you draw out what you believe is gonna happen in the market, you can set like you can place the order to where you'll automatically buy in at this time, even if you're not doing it on your phone at that moment, and then have it like take you out at a certain. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're called pending orders.
Hey, Leonard, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just with the pending orders, make sure you guys understand what a buy stop is compared to a buy limit, because they're definitely two different orders.
Yeah.
Do explain.
So
anybody.
Okay, I'll explain.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, So we'll do the buy. So on a buy stop, that means the market price is actually lower than your entry price. And when the market comes up and hits that entry price, you're in the market. Compared to a buy limit, the market price is above your entry price, and it's going to come down past your entry price, but you're not in yet until it turns around and comes back up and hits your price. Then you're in. So if it never comes down past and back up on a buy limit, you're never in the market. Make sense?
Understand that?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so just to give you guys a visual, if I put a buy, so I'm going to draw this one out here, right? So I'm believing this is going to create that bearish pattern, right? So if I put a buy limit right here, right? I put a buy limit order right here. I'm waiting for the market to go past it, and then once it goes back up, that's when it activates. You guys understand that? It has to first pass it, then go up, and then it activates. That's how a buy limit works. A buy stop is when I put an order right here, right? As soon as it crosses it, it activates. You guys got it?
So it's like a double verification.
Yeah, a buy limit is a double verification, but buy limits are very tricky because the market, I'm going to tell you personally, I don't use buy limits because the market moves a lot, right? It'll go up and down and just activate it just because it goes like up and then like that. You know what I mean?
You know, if on like through Traders Way, if there is a commission for setting that, even if you don't actually enter?
No, once it activates, whenever an order is put in, you're gonna pay for that commission.
So yeah, so if it doesn't reach it, let's say you're expecting it to drop to 5 and it only gets to 6 and then shoots up to 10. If your order doesn't actually activate, you're not paying.
No. You don't pay for that.
Okay, and then it stays pending until you close it. Like let's say it shoots up and you know it's not going to reach the low you wanted.
You only pay once it activates.
All right, makes sense.
Are we good?
Yeah, man.
All right. I just want to make sure everyone's good. All the questions are answered. Always improve yourself, and then with the line grinds. Reason why I put a reminder up there, there's supposedly there was like 20 plus people that were going to come. Do not put on there that if you are going to come, right, make sure you come, because I noticed that, right? And also show up on time. Just for not only for myself, but respect for all the other students that expect the line grind to start at the right time. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Leonard.
All right, guys. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a when market opens up soon, just watch it and have a great week. Let's kill it.
I'll see you guys. Thank you.
All right, and then I'll get this line grind up as soon as it renders.
Tight.
Awesome.
All right, guys, take it easy.
You too.
Peace.
Later.